Hello, dear friends, and welcome to the International Fab Talks. A wonderful day to all of you out there across the globe. Wishing you peace, joy, and happiness as the year comes to an end. We have to embrace all the old memories and be ready for the future. And we have now our special celebrity joining us all the way from Madurai. She is P. Premalatha, a person who's achieved so much and yet so warm and down to earth. I really feel that you all should be like her, including me too, because that is the way we have to keep this life busy for ourselves and for the world as well. We have to be givers more than takers. So here is a wonderful soul, an angel on earth. So let's visit our special celebrity now in Madurai. Join me to reach her there very quickly in just a fraction of a second. Hello, ma'am, and welcome to this beautiful session, ma'am. Thank you very much for being with us, dear.
Hello, namaste to everyone.
Namaste, ma'am. I've introduced you in a very friendly way, but I'd like to take the privilege and the opportunity to share your profile in an official way as to who you really are and how you've got that tag from us as the angel without wings. Yes, dear. May I go ahead and share your profile, dear? Yes, ma'am? May I go ahead and share your profile?
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
Yes,
Thank
of
you.
course.
Thank you.
It's my
Thank
pleasure.
you. That's really nice. Friends, it's a honor and a privilege to share her profile. That is our celebrity. She is P. Premalatha. She's completed her M.Phil in social work from Vinayaka Mission. She also qualified for the National Eligibility Test and State Eligibility Test, that is NET and SET. And she's completed even her master's in social work. Apart from that, she's completed her MA in psychology, post-graduation diploma in counseling as well, Bachelor of Science as it is. She's done that and reached to the higher levels. And there's more to her education. Apart from that, we go down. Her profile is a vast one. And one of very few profiles have this much of, feathers in her cap. This person has so many. So I don't know where and how to introduce her because yes, she is really a celebrity in her own right. She has done justice to this beautiful gift called life that the Lord has given her. And friends, she's also been the head of the department since June 2011 till 2016. She was the assistant professor in the Department of Social Work, SF, Madurai Institute of Social Sciences, from 2006 to 2016. Center for Women Studies, Center in charge from 2010 to 16, NSS-PO Unit 229. Girls Wing 2008 to 11. She has a wonderful teaching experience in AMIE Institute, Society and Environment paper, teaching experience even in MMHRC and NGO management, teaching experience in PGDC counseling, drug abuse counseling paper 2006 till date, Assistant Controller of Examination, Madurai Institute of Social Sciences, 2011 to 14, a board member of Studies, the subject expert, member board of studies, Department of Social Work, Mannar Thirumalai Nayakar College, member of the board of studies, that is Department of Social Work, Madurai Institute of Social Sciences, Madurai, external question paper setter and evaluators. That is something very nice. I really feel good to learn about that too. Madurai Kamaraj University, Manomaniyam Sundaraj University, Gandhigram University, Alagappa University, Women Studies and Social Work, Department of Social Work, Mannar Thirumalai Nayakar College. So ma'am has been associated with all of these beautiful institutions. Apart from that, even in American College, Madurai, a work experience for NACC, that is from 2006. And ma'am has been really contributing a lot. And she's the project leader in Vocational Training Center, MSc Chellamuthu Trust and Research Foundation, Madurai, June 2003 to October 2004. Counselor in Art Center, Government Rajaji Hospital, Madurai. My dear friends, I'm skipping it here and there to make it a little brief, but there are a lot of achievements in between which I've skipped off. Ma'am is also a beautiful member and a productive member in these beautiful committees. GSICC2 member, High Court Madurai, DIG office, member in sexual harassment cell, ICC member, SP office Madurai, ICC member in Southern Postal Office, ICC member Regional Post General Office, and again ICC member, PO Lithiram, if I'm getting that right. Madurai, ICC member, CEO office. Aishwaryam Trust, ICC member, resource person, UGC trainer for capacity building for women managers, trainer, POSH Act, trainer, district level on child rights protection, child abuse, etc. What a beautiful way to live this life, contributing to the society in a holistic way. Trainer, gender sensitization, focuses on POSH Act, POXCO Act for stakeholders, private and public organizations. She's been a beautiful resource person, adolescence counseling, premarital counseling, family counseling programs, counselor and training programs for school students, Kendriya, Vidhyalaya, Tiruparankurandram, if I'm getting that right. Sorry for the mispronunciation, please. It's located in Madurai. Life skill trainer for adolescent girls. That is a must. And I appreciate ma'am for doing that, connecting with women and children and adolescent girls, because they lose the track and their whole life is destroyed. We're going to ask ma'am about that and guide many of the youngsters too. ODAM, Tiruchulu, Virudunagar, Consultant Expert Solution Madurai, Consultant at NRG Madurai, Consultant Priyam Trust Madurai, resource person for programs organized by the District Child Protection Unit. I repeat that, District Child Protection Unit, resource person for training programs for government school teachers on child rights, child abuse, behavior modification techniques. To enable teachers to understand that is really great, because most of the teachers only teach and forget about how to take care of the child, how to identify what is wrong with the child. So that's a beautiful way to guide the teachers. Resource person for integrated child development schemes, personality development, communication skills, new ICDS worker in induction program, adolescent girls, SIBLA scheme, child abuse and child rights, resource person for stress management program organized for police personals as well, resource person for training program organized for police on POXCO Act, resource person for training organized for government Rajaji Hospital doctors on POXCO Act, and resource person for training program for TNSTC people in Madurai district. She's also been a resource person for many other institutions like Kendriya Vidhyalaya, as I mentioned earlier, and a 5-day orientation program on geriatric care for functionaries of old age home organized by NISD, Nightingale's Medical Trust, Bangalore, and resource person for life skills trainer, tribal child, SOCO Trust, Madurai, resource person for training programs for school children on health and hygiene, child abuse, child marriage, child labor, good touch and bad touch, member in the district level home inspection committee, ex-member in the district level child labor right team, ex-member in the district level child marriage right team, ex-member in district level child beggary right team. These are all concepts which are very really needed. And I'm meeting the first person to be dealing with all of this. You know, from A to Z, you can say ma'am is connected with all of these programs. Program organized in several ways, like workshop with SAM, that is SAM workshop on capacity building for women managers in higher education and organized by UGC and Madurai Institute of Social Sciences. And along with that, ma'am has also been conducting some programs which is connected and organized by the district level city advisory board meeting for child line, that is 1098 with district administration. She also organized a district level consultation on child marriage, POXCO Act for government and NGOs, organized training programs for training of the trainer for child protection officers, government officials at various district levels. And she's also organized NISD programs, 3-day programs on children affected and infected with either by HIV or AIDS for government and NGO functionaries. And all of that, lots of, my dear friends, lots of, what should I tell you now? If I read, it will take a lot of time. So I just make it a little more briefer. Ma'am has attended several seminars and publications. She's offered a lot of published a lot of papers or presented a lot of papers. Just to mention a few, presented a scientific paper in national level seminar, MISS and ISSW, Environmental Awareness Among College Students, Radha Mukherjee Award in 2003, presented a paper in the national level seminar on children under institutional care marginalized section organized by the Department of Social Work, Fatima College, Madurai, 2006. And the list goes on and on. I just come down a little more. I skip a few things and come down. Presented a concept paper on women's right and status. And friends, a national seminar on human rights and duties, vis-a-vis Jan 2010, and a lot more. And yeah, so I'm going to skip a lot of that because it's really so many. I come down to the awards that she's been receiving. She's been receiving several awards. To just mention a few, if I could just focus on them in the right way. Yes, dear. She's been, we'll just now minimize that because we're going to ask all of that from ma'am now as to how she's able to do this. To me, she's somebody magical now. When you have somebody covering up every domain of the human life, it could be beggary, it could be children, it could be women, it could be AIDS, it could be just anything, health, your physical, mental health and everything. Let's go to the awards. Ma'am has been receiving several awards. One of them is the Best Social Worker Award, District Administrator, Jan 2023. That is this year itself. Best Social Worker Award, District Administrator, August 2021 as well. Best Social Worker Award, M.S. Chelamuthu Trust and Research Foundation, World Social Work Day. She was recognized on that day as well. Women's Day Award, NYK, March 2022. Women's Day Award, Aishwaryam Trust, and many more awards, my dear friends. This beautiful life is really a great reward to her, and she sharing her light with the world. When you have that inner glow within you and when you share it with the world, then you create magic. You are an angel. You are an angel without wings. So let's see how God has blessed us with this beautiful angel today on the International Fab Talks. Hello, ma'am, and welcome to the session.
Thank you so much for introducing me. It was a huge thing. You just said everything in that. So thank you so much. Yes, ma'am.
Actually, I've skipped a lot, ma'am. You have many, many feathers in your cap and you are so humble and down to earth. God bless you and may your tribe increase. We want many more Premalathas out across the world. Yes, dear. Dear ma'am, we really want to now know, I've been reading all of that. I've been sharing your profile from my side. We want to know directly from you, who is the real Premlata? How would you define yourself?
Real Premlata is a person who is known for her service and dedicated worker. That's it. Because God has given us this life and God has given us an opportunity to do this. God has not given everything to everyone. It is one thing He has given to me. I have to do it sincerely, otherwise, I have to answer to Him. That's it. With this, I always travel in my life.
That's really beautiful, ma'am. A wonderful person, a wonderful thought. God has given us this opportunity to serve our family, to serve the society, and to serve the universe too, to be givers more than takers. Yes. Dear ma'am, what inspired you to enter into this beautiful journey of transforming lives? So when you transform yourself, that is for you, for your family only. But when you begin to transform the world, when you impact the lives of others, right from children to senior citizens. So who inspired you to enter into this beautiful field of inspiring people, of creating a beautiful world for others as well?
Actually, my career started with only science stream. That is, I did my BSc Special Chemistry. When I completed my degree, my family members, they didn't want to continue my education because in our place, all the girls, they have to get married after completing their degree. I was the first girl child who did my degree in my family. So people were not able to agree this, that to complete the degree, it is no, we should not make the girl child to study. But my father and my mother, they said, will help you out to do your degree, but you have to accept if any marriage proposal comes, you have to accept. I said, okay. But my ambition was to do my uh, PG course. In that way, what happened after completing my degree, my family members said, it's enough, we'll just go into the proposals. But I wanted to do my PG because my father was my inspiration. He has completed double MA as he is an ex-serviceman. He worked as in the Air Force, and working there, he also completed his master's degree in economics and master's degree in English. And double MA he has completed, and he has completed his B.Ed. So I thought I have to complete one degree at least more than my father, because he's also a person of down to earth, and he never sees that he's more educated or something, but he is very humble and very good person. So he's an inspiration for me from my childhood. I have to do my education. That's what my ambition was. And during the time after my degree completion, I just really fought with my family, my mother and other relatives for nearly 50 to 20 days. And my father supported me. Then my mother agreed. And actually, my ambition was to do my MSc applied chemistry. But due to my family situation, I thought something is better than nothing. So my father said, there is a college nearby my home. So we'll make her to go there. It will be comfortable. She can do her PG degree. He made my whole family to agree. Then I also didn't have any idea of doing my social work because I was totally from science background. Then when I entered to social work, I thought it is very difficult. I don't know what I'm going to do. I was just afraid of it. But later on, I understood that I had a good skill in the social work. Rather than science stream, I was born for it, I thought. Because whenever I give a documentation, whenever I give a report, all my faculty members really appreciate me, and they all motivate me, and they all give all kinds of boost to me to do more and more and more. So that my faculty members, all my faculty members, starting from our college principal, Narayana Raja sir, Rangasamy sir, Janet ma'am, Guru Bharati sir, Kanan sir, and Murugesh sir, a lot of all my faculty members supported me a lot in doing this. So I completed my PG. Then really I entered. While I completed my PG, I understood that this skill came from my UG degree. I used to be very active in NSS. So in that period, I got a PTR Palanivelan Rajan Award for NSS, Best NSS Award in the whole district by the PTR Palanivelan Rajan. He is a great person. So from him, I got an award. So all these only made me to step into this career.
Really great, ma'am. From the science stream, entering into the social stream, being a great social activist and wanting to transform lives and beautify the lives of people. That's really nice. And even I love this, ma'am, being the examination paper setter. I would like you to share something about it because, we've been writing so many exams, and then who's setting the paper? And if it is a tough question, like we say, who set this paper? It may be like set A, set B, set C. Like, so could you just tell us something about it? Like, would you enlighten us on that for a minute?
Yeah, it was a great experience being a question paper setter and being an assistant controller of examination, where it transforms a lot of students' life. So we used to set A, set B, set C, where there will be some very easier question there, and two or three questions will be difficult, and everyone can answer. If a student doesn't study also, he can answer that question. such kind of questions will be set by us. Mostly part A, it will be a multiple choice. Part B, that will be like 10 marks, and part C will be like 15 marks. So 15 marks question, everyone can write stories and they can get through. Part A is only a difficult thing. We study only, we can choose the best correct answer. So it was a really, when I used to set the question paper, I always think all the students should pass, all the students should get more marks so that their career will be good. So in such way, and I used to think and set the question paper.
Yes, dear. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for sharing with us. So, dear friends, you know now part A, part B, and how it is the part C, or like part 1, part 2, and part 3. So, there are certain questions where you could answer even without studying. But of course, if you want to score good marks, you have to really study and give your very best. And you should become the next P. Premalata. Yes, dear. We want you also to be in the educational sphere, on the social space, and create beauty in this world. Create love, create compassion, a space for everyone to live. Dear ma'am, I'm even very much surprised, and not surprised, I could say. Yeah, you could also take it as surprise. And like, I admire you. And I'm surprised that you even are connected with something called as the anti-beggary ride, prevention of begging, especially for the youngsters. So would you like to share your experience during that time as to what it was and how did you all succeed in the mission?
Yeah, when I was a college professor, we had conducted a study on a beggary survey was done, and a report was submitted to the government of Tamil Nadu and India in order to eradicate the beggary. So actually, in social work background, the history of social work says started from the beggary only. So with that beggary, only the history social work started, initiated. So we wanted to just eradicate the beggary. We wanted to understand why people are begging and what are the causes, what is the requirement, and so on. So in such way, the survey was conducted and we gave a report to the government. Then what we did is, when I was associated with the child line, many people used to beg with the children. That was a great tragedy, and it was a really uh, something which is very painful, that people are using a child as an instrument for a beggary. So we wanted to conduct a ride with the guidance of a district collector, and we had conducted a beggary ride, and we all rescued those person. Not a single time. Last year also we did it. We rescued all these beggary people, and we gave them all what they need, like food and everything was given, and rations, everything was given. We just asked them that you should not beg, whatever you need, like we should always see the sustainable development. We all, government and the NGO people were ready to give them a job. So we thought we'll make them do some job, skill development and other things. So this was conducted little bit, but people cannot change themselves. Again, they came back to the same. So nearly for within 10 years, we have conducted this beggary ride for 3 times. Last time we have conducted where we were able to get a lot of transgenders in beggaries. So we all supported them because our government and everything is giving lot of schemes and other thing for them to uh, enhance their life. But people are again and again going to the same beggary. When they are not able to work, they can do it. But when they are good, God has given everything to them. So again, going for begging is it is an offense.
Yes, dear. When your hands, legs, and your whole body works well, and when you beg, then that is an offense. And seriously, don't encourage begging. Yes. And if at all the person is really not capable or handicapped or maybe something else, then if there is a genuine reason, you could help out. But of course, do not encourage begging. I really like this concept, ma'am.
And in this concept, I would like to say, our people, we are all very sympathetic. Just due to the sympathetic, we just give money today. But tomorrow, who will give them? So if they don't get money, they go into the other sorts of like social evil things. many other evil things comes to them and they start doing it. So I say that never think sympathetic, think empathetic, view in their shoes, so that if we understand if today's problem for them, we should always be empathetic to the issues so that the issue can be sorted out. So I request all the people that be empathetic when we see the social problems, and sympathy only gives only present solution. Empathy only gives the sustainable solution. So this is my request.
Yes, dear. A beautiful one, ma'am. You really explained that so well with a lot of clarity. I'm sure, my dear friends, all of you will focus on having more empathy compared to sympathy, which only focuses on the present. We need to bring real change and transformation. So focus on empathy, empathize in the right way, and guide other people. Dear ma'am, I'm really even interested to know about how you've been influencing the lives of young adolescent girls, because we've seen young adolescent girls losing their virginity, losing their goal in life. They've been just either due to new movies or due to the mobile phones, mobile phone addiction, or connecting with the youngsters, or maybe the hormonal changes in their body. They have lost themselves, many of them. So, what type of measures have you all been taking to guide the adolescent girls? Because when you said adolescence, I remember my time. So we were all very young, and our mindset was completely different. We were never goal oriented. We were just wanting entertainment, fun, and it was all about us. So, what are the beautiful things that you have taken into this program called as improving the lives of the adolescent girls?
Yeah. Actually, when you introduced, you left out my current position and last I worked. That is, I worked in a social welfare department and one-stop center as a district center admin, where I have nearly seen nearly 5,000 women survivors. I have supported 5,000 women survivors, where I used to get cases like per month I used to get minimum 5 to 6 girls and with unwed pregnancies, which is very horrible and which is pathetic conditions. And they even don't know that they are very pregnant and they are in the due date. So they used to come in such a way. So it really made me think, and I lost my sleep for a long time, because when I met all these girls, I thought we have to work towards prevention aspect. So what is the prevention aspect I used to do is, we used to go to different colleges, college going girls, where we used to conduct a lot of awareness programs for them, life skill educations, and what are the challenges of women at the present scenario, and how they can overcome the situation. And the best medicine is prevention is better than cure. So because at present there are a lot of things like cyber crime issues, women abuse issues, and other things, because abuses happen even through cybers. So that's what we used to give lot of awareness programs, nearly more than 200 awareness programs for adolescent girls in and around Madurai, not only in Madurai, in Virudhunagar district, Dindigul district, and in Coimbatore district. A lot of other places also I used to go and give motivational speech for the girls, and how premarital counseling, and how we have to handle the situation. Like, the very important thing that we have to teach the girl is, a relationship is very important, but boundaries in the relationship they should understand. So we should teach the boundaries, because rather than telling, don't, you should not talk to the boys, you should not go there, you should not sit here, you should not do that. We cannot control, because all social medias are there. Now children are influenced a lot. As you said, when we were the adolescent, we don't have internet facility, we didn't have these mobile phones, but in that period also the love affair and other things were happening. But at present scenario, all the social medias are playing a lot of things. In such a kind, the children will not be ready to listen to all this advice and other things. So it is better we have to teach the children how to cope up their life, and what is a relationship management, what is the boundaries, how we have to create a boundary, so that self protection is very important. This is what my way of giving awareness program. So in lot of places I used to give awareness for adolescent girls, school going above 9th to 12th students and college students. Through games, we used to conduct awareness programs. All these things help the children.
Yes, dear. That's really very nice, ma'am. Thank you so much for sharing. Ma'am, would you like to share about your experience when you were training the police personnel and the teachers as well and the adults with regard to the POXCO Act? As to how the training goes on, what you try to share with them, and how does the team work to make them aware that yes, there is something called as the POXCO Act, which is concerned with children, the good touch, the bad touch, and how we could do our very best to protect the innocent children.
Yeah. So in the POXO Act, we say the stakeholders. Stakeholders first is parent, teacher, then it comes into police. So when we see, because the teacher are the second parent, when the children are going to the school, a small change in the child can be understood by the teacher. A teacher can easily identify the child is normal or abnormal, or she has faced some issues in the home, or somewhere she is disturbed or not. So when a teacher tries to understand, so when I used to give a training program, we used to give the symptoms of child abuse, how abused child will be sitting in the class, how the child will be talking to people, and the neglecting things will be happening. So identification of the child and how to handle such kind of children. The teacher may think that the child is not listening to her class. The teacher may sometimes get annoyed that she's why she is not listening to my class. How much ever I am telling, she is sitting like this. So these may be a symptom to the abuse. So we used to teach the teacher that all the symptoms and how to identify the child and how to handle the child, how to give a counseling to the child, and how to report to the parent, and how to bring out this issue to support the child. So these aspects are given to the teacher. For police officials, we had given a lot of training programs to understand what is POXO Act and what are all the roles and responsibility as a police they have to do, because the police, they should not come in uniform, they should be in mufti, and within 24 hours they have to just do all the verifications and inspections, and everything should be done so that the children will be very safe. And for the police people, we used to tell, because we should not let anything out. It is a very confidential matter. We should not leak the message to the medias and other. So all these will be educated to the police department. So adults, what are the plus and minus of POXO Act? Because many adults are involved in this act, and boys are involved, because boys are the sufferer sometimes. So boys' families are the sufferer without knowing that they do it. So we used to educate the adults so that uh, they can also overcome these issues.
Yes, dear. Thank you, ma'am, for sharing all of that. Much appreciated. And I'm sure, my dear friends, you will all be educating yourselves as well through this program, because it is focusing on the realities of life as to what you should watch out for. And if you are a teacher, you should really be vigilant, alert, and observant. Observe every child. It's not only the studies, it's how the child behaves in class. Is really the teacher should focus on that and be able to build beautiful children in class. It's the marks comes second. Even all the school management, this is a big shout out to all of you. Focus on the inner growth of the child, and then of course the child will begin to perform well. Dear ma'am, we'd love to know even your experience as a POSH trainer.
Yeah, POSH, it is now my interesting area of training, where I had a training from when the POSH Act came. I had a training from Tata Institute of Social Sciences. First, I was trained there. Then I started doing more, reading more about the POSH Act and everything. Then at present, I am a GS ICC committee member in High Court and many other organizations, as you introduced me, in governmental departments and other things. So POSH Act trainer, as a trainer, I used to go and train for an industries, for a government officials. In Madurai district, I was a trainer, and I did training for program for all the government officials with the approval of a district collector. And uh, and in all the places like a high court, we used to train the all the officials, even advocates and other peoples in the courts. Then we have conducted trainings for teachers, school teachers, college students, college teachers, and lot of things, because it is a need of an hour. Because POSH is like prevention of sexual harassment from workplace. When women comes out from their kitchen table to round table, now it is a very meager issue facing all these sexual harassment issues. When I was in a one-stop center also, that time also I used to get a lot of case related to sexual harassment at workplace. So IEC committee is very important, and even LC committee is important. I used to always say, not only working like in a structural area, like unstructured place, like a domestic worker, she also is can use this POSH Act by using LC committee, local complaints committee, which is administered by social welfare department and district collector. So all these things, when the awareness is given a lot, people tend to report to us. I have seen reporting cases after giving awareness programs from the areas.
Yes, dear. It's an eye-opener, ma'am. And you said even it applies to domestic helps. The servants in our home are taken for granted by the family members. And this is one reality that is prevalent across the world. So just because they are working in her house doesn't mean that they could be taken advantage of in a very, in a sexual manner or maybe in the wrong way. They could also use the POSCO, I mean, the POSH Act applies to them as well. As you said, the LC committee, right?
Yeah.
Something, the local
complaints committee.
Yes.
That is local complaints committee. And with this regard, I would also like to share one thing. Like we had a case, like I don't want to mention the place where I got the case, but that issue is like when a woman is like single woman, or like she is divorced, or she is like young widower. In such case, when they get a compassionary ground job in the government, people, what they do is they just say that if you don't oblige to my thing, your job will be spoiled, because I'll tell you are going to marry or you are married. So all these things are not in the law. When women gets compassionary job or widow quota jobs, she can remarry. That is not an offense, and her job will not get lost. So with this, people keeping like all these things, and women are not aware of that. They are, because women are the breadwinners. They have a kid. They have to go for a job. In that case, if women, they are just, what they do is they are just afraid, and they just go into, and they just stuck into the issues. So I, from this, want to share that no one can take your job. There is no rules and there is no law. If you get a compassionate job also, you can continue your job. You can also settle down your life as you like.
Yes, dear. Thank you for sharing that beautiful information, ma'am. If you get, my dear friends, a job on compassionate grounds, if one of your spouse has expired, and if your spouse has expired, you can get the job on compassionate grounds, and your job is secure. You could resettle yourself and get married. It is not something to fear, because people will take advantage of you, and they may misuse your innocence, your vulnerability, That's really nice. Thank you for sharing all of that and enlightening us, ma'am. It's really great to know all of that. So dear friends, live a life in peace, joy, and happiness. No manipulation, and of course, no violence as well. Violence in any form. Dear ma'am, we'd like you now to tell us, like, during all of this process that you are into, doing such a lot, and I wish I was you. I would like to be the next Premlata. Yes, dear. That's really nice. And I want many of the people out there to be just like that, to focus on the right things in the society. Dear ma'am, while you're performing all of these duties, when you perform all of these duties, you might face a lot of challenges. It's not easy. The road is bumpy. When you face challenges, when you're going to do your work in a very honest way, how do you balance the challenges that you face on a regular basis?
Yeah, really, I have faced a lot of challenges because I always see challenges. If challenges doesn't come, success doesn't come. So I make a challenge into achievement. That's what I take it in my life. And whenever I go and talk to the adolescents and women, I always say, don't say problems. You just convert the problem into challenge. The challenge, if you convert the challenge, you will have an attitude of winning that challenge. Otherwise, problem will round up and make you depressed. So similarly, I follow that. Whenever I get a problem or challenge, I make it into challenge and I want to get through the challenge and I want to achieve it. And normally I'm very I'm very straightforward and I'm very strong. I'm always correcting my work. So I don't get afraid or I don't get bound to anybody. If I'm correct, I'm correct. That's it. If it is wrong, I really say sorry. And I'll just do whatever they need it. I'll just do it because mistakes happens. But most probably I'll not, I'll see to that I'll be correct with the people because I always say that we are not dealing with machines. If the machine goes repair, we can just recover it. But my profession is dealing with all my human beings, feelings, emotions, and other things. I'll always see and I'll be putting myself into their shoes, like empathetic view, so that they should not get hurt. They should not get any kind of depression. So all these gives me more like positive attitude. All the positive attitude what I used to have and positive thinking, I just come out from my challenges because a lot of things like many people in the phone call they have just said have threatened me, don't get into this case or leave that girl, otherwise your family will be put into trouble, your family will not be there. Even I go to the district collector and say, sir, I got a call like this. Sir will say, like sir said, uh, give the number, will file FIR. No sir, I can tackle myself, just it is information to you. If anything happens next time, I'll just come and tell. First time he has just threatened, I myself have handled everything. If anything, it is an intimation to you sir. I used to say like that because earlier project district collector sir was my superior, so I used to address him everything. So all these we have faced a lot of challenges. So when we are working for the people, so that when it is in my mind, I used to break up everything and come out, and it is like positive, gives me more energy.
Yes, dear. I really like the way you said I'm very frank and straightforward. And yes, I don't see it as a problem. I see it as a challenge. And you encourage others also to see it as a challenge. And you're not afraid of any of the threats because you're walking on the path of truth, justice, and honesty. And you want to really bring out all those people who are silent sufferers, silent victims. And standing up for the cause of the righteous is really a great way to live this life, ma'am, in spite of all the threats that come, that you said, you've just mentioned. It's quite scary when you were sharing it yourself, like, oh my God, is it so? I was thinking like that. But yes, you said you're going to break it up into bits and face all your challenges, and more power to you, ma'am. And we want more people to join you on this beautiful mission, which will continue for years to come. And yes, friends, you have to also join, ma'am, and create a beautiful space, overcome all the antisocial elements in the world, or what antisocial evils, or the social evils, as we could say that, if I'm getting that right. Dear ma'am, we would now want to know something about the Voice Foundation. You are the executive director at the Voice Foundation. Could you share something about that? What is Kalvi? If I'm getting that word right, could you share something all about it? Yes, dear.
Yeah, It's a great opportunity. Now I'm here as an executive director of Voice Foundation, and it is a Voice Foundation is a part of Kalvi Group of Institution, where Kalvi Group of Institution it has a great landmarks in many fields. Like we have a lot of thing like we are running towards common projects like DDUGKY, PMKVY, skill development corporations, and we try to give lot of skill development programs for needy people. That's one part. Another part, we are having a 7 international public schools in our Kalvi group of institutions. So, three is placed in Madurai district, where one is Kalvi International Public School in Nagari, Kalvi Global Matriculation School in Tirupalai, and Kalvi Matriculation School in Sholavana. So, similarly, in two schools in Devadanapati, two schools in like in Otenchatra. So these are the schools we are having. The school is not like the other schools. We in the school, the children are focused their skills. The skills are identified and personalities are identified. We work towards a personality and skill because we need the happiness of the child. When we work towards the happiness of the child, that is a success. The child will become a successful person. So we are not pressurizing, do this, do that, nothing. Like we make them in subject also more interesting. And it is also pan India, like it is an international school. We have a multiple faculty members here. So, and we just try to understand the child's need and work towards it. And we also give a lot of counseling to the parents to support the children's ambition, not the parents' ambition. So we work towards the child's ambition so that the children will be a great leader for tomorrow. So this is what the school we are doing. And we are also having like Kalvi is also associated with HCL Foundation, and we work for sports for children, like sports for change. This project is done for the government school children. So we are running to, we have selected all the government schools where the children are selected and the coaches are sent to their schools and they are trained in their like volleyball, football, cricket, and everything. All the athletes, the government school children are trained in that, and they are even brought towards national level players. And moreover, the sports gives discipline. So we also are conducting now a winter camp. So I'm daily going and addressing the children who are in the player. Yesterday I went to the school where the girls were playing cricket. So I really motivated the children to play cricket because girls cricket is very interesting, and I motivated them. And I am also a child protection officer for these things. So we have framed a child protection policy in our school and for the sports students. And everywhere when the children are there will be a child protection policy followed by our institution. So and other project is like we have a life code testing and service center. We have computer education. We have other program like Jan Shikshan Santan, which is a skill development for other organization. So actually, Kalvi Trust is a very vast thing, and we are also doing a like career guidance project for uh, childcare institution. We should not say as orphanage home nowadays. So it has been turned into childcare institution. In Madurai district, we have a 34 childcare institution. So we are the one, we have got a project doing career guidance for those students, in which even we are focusing on the passed out students. All the passed out students, we are getting a list and we are doing the follow-up, and we are trying to make them education or any skill development program they can fit in, or any job they can get it, because those children are very pathetic. They don't know where to go, and they should not move on to the social evil or something. They should not be wrongly guided. Till the when they are in the home, they'll be guided by the home. After they go out, who will guide them? So in that mean, we got a project and we are doing it for the orphanage children. So all these things are the current going project and Kalvi and Voice Foundation. And we are also working for destitute women, children who are needy, and we are supporting the senior citizen. If the senior citizens are in roadsides or any other place, we are trying to rescue them and give them shelter home for them. So when I was in the social welfare department, I was a person who supported in registering all the old age homes. So with connecting to the old age homes, we are supporting the women and old age who are in the roadside. Let them be in the safer place. Being in roads, abuses will happen. There is no safety and security. So we are trying to rescue them and put in them in the shelter home, because when there is nobody is there, we have to provide them some shelter. So all these are the projects where the Kalvi is growing up, and Kalvi International School also is it is very down to earth school, and it is not, and it is more very flexible for all the people. Anyone can join in our school. So it's a great thing. I'm there. I'm an educational, as an executive director. I am a child protection officer in the school, and I used to go travel with the sports students. I used to go and travel with the women entrepreneurship related people, and it is a very vast thing. I don't have 24 hours. It is not enough for me. I need 48 hours.
Yes, dear. I really get that. That's really very nice. I'm so happy that you are in this beautiful space, ma'am, transforming lives and of little children, in fact, to guide them and mold them. As you said, I love this. The word orphanage is being changed to child care institutions. Am I right?
Yes, yes.
That's one very nice thing that I didn't know, and I've learned it from you now. That's very nice. And ma'am, Kalvi group of institutions, is it all across India or only restrained in Tamil Nadu? Is it only within Tamil Nadu or only within Madurai, or it has spread its wings across India or maybe globally as well?
Kalvi Group of Institutions is a pan-India only. We work all over India. So actually, like who testing and services, IELTS, TOEFL, and other things, testing agency, we are the partner, and where we work all over India. So it is not only Tamil Nadu or Madurai, it is all over India. We work all over India.
Yes, dear. There's another question, ma'am. Can students from other states come and join in this school? Is there a facility for, a hostel facility, something like that?
Yeah, we have a very good hostel facility there in our Nagari campus. So other state also they can come and join, because faculty members are also from other states. Like we have a faculty member from Rajasthan. We have a faculty member from Delhi, IIT Delhi, passed out in IIT Delhi. And so hostel facilities are there, and everything will be very safe and secure. And for the NEET and JEE, also we are having our own center. From the quota motion, we have a franchising, and we have a center here in the Nagari campus as well as in city, Madurai city. So if a child want to go to medical, they can get a NEET coaching inside itself. So Kota Rajasthan Motion is a very first institution where we are associated with them, and we work towards them. So it is 100% they'll be getting placement. They'll be getting more marks in that. If the child is interested only, we don't force them.
Yes, dear. And as you also said, it's not the parent's ambition, it's the child's ambition that you give forward, that you focus on. Dear ma'am, among all of these roles that you've played till date, all of these different professional expertise that you have, which one gives you the greatest satisfaction?
Greatest satisfaction I got from, like, when I worked in the one-stop center. I said we as a team, one-stop center team, we supported nearly 5,000 survivors in 4 years. Where I used to get a call in midnight. I am at the roadside. I don't have anybody. I stand here. So by 12 o'clock, I used to get called. By 2 o'clock, I used to get called. So at that time, I used to rush to the place. I used to rescue the girl or rescue the child and give a proper shelter and support her. So that used to give me a lot of job satisfaction and self satisfaction. And then they call me as like they think me as their mother, because uh, I have rescued a girl with a child, with a she was with a child. Then she said, I don't want this child. So we gave adoption to the adoption agency as her wish. Then she said, I want to work. Then we helped her in putting her in some residential workplace, and she worked. Then she said, I want to get married. So I supported, particularly our team supported getting her married, because people should not abuse that she doesn't have anybody, so that we can take it for granted. We used to say, we are the government, we are supporting her. We always will ask questions. I am her parent, so anything happens, I'll just will not leave you out. We used to just threaten like that, because the girls needs some support like that, because we are all with parents. When something happens, our parent will ask. Similarly, we should be responsible, such kind we have to I have to just say. So then she got married, she had a child, everything was taken care by our own thing. Till now she used to call me as mummy, and her child used to call me as grandma. But I'm not such age, but still that gives me happiness. This is one case, but we have done a lot of, when orphanage home girls comes without no one, we used to make them educate, like we used to make them nursing college. We have sent a nursing college. We have sent like food industries, BSc food technologies. After their education, we don't compel them for marriage. If they are interested, if they are bringing their own proposal, we just verify that proposal is good or bad, and we also do the police verification, everything. Then we start helping them getting married for them. So by getting sponsors, because how a girl used to go to a home. Similarly, we used to get sponsors from like-minded people and do all the ceremonies for that girl, and just we do it. So all these, and one day I got a call like by night 2 o'clock. 2 months child was left over in the street. So we rescued, we went and just gave her, with the help of a district child protection unit. The child was put into an adoption center, then identified the parent. So such kind of things was thing. And one thing, as we work as a pan India, our one girl was just she was trapped to the North India. So we identified where she was, and we just helped the parent. We rescued her, and we just made her resettlement with her parent. Similarly, uh, North Indian women used to come here unknowingly, or sometimes they'll be mentally challenged. So we used to get their address, and we trace out their family from the North India. We have reunited the family. Such kind of things used to give me a lot of uh, joy, satisfaction in my life. Something we have to do for women. I always say I should do something to the people. We should be an achiever. We should do something. We should achieve something. That's my ambition. So I work towards that.
Ma'am, if any of the people out there want to meet you, want to connect with you, how do they connect?
They can connect to my mobile. My mobile number I'll just share: 94 862 29149.
Dear ma'am, may we know your favorite book which gives you strength and energy to when you read, you feel really good. If you are an avid reader, would you like to mention any author or a book?
I used to read Dr. Abdul Kalam's book, which gives me more positive energy. So that's it.